Peace, 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 loves. Hey, hey, hey. Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in here. Hey, pretty. Hey, is it Chiola? Hi, Inspiring. Loretta, how are you? As you come in, hit that follow button and share the live out. Tap the screen. We're going to be getting started shortly. Tommy, housekeeping. Let me know where you're chiming in from so I can properly greet you. Peace, 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 loves. Hi, Michael, how are you? Come on in, hit that follow button, share the screen. Hi, Deanna, how are you, love? We're going to be getting started shortly. Oh, baby, come to me. Come on in here. Peace, peace, peace. Junior boy, how are you? Hi, my loves. Hi, hi, hi. How to make you love me. Thank you so much for sharing the live, Deanna. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me see them hearts coming up. Tap the screen. Let's tap that screen because we all know. Tapping that screen, sharing the love, tapping the screen, sharing the hearts, allow the algorithm to push this video, which says it is positive, to more TikTokers. Dream World, Spicy J, how are you? Welcome in. Come on in here. Baby, come to me. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in here. How do we do this? Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in here. How are you, Curve Appeal? How are you, hon? Come on. Baby, come to me. Come to me. Let's learn something this evening. After this song, we're going to get into it. Welcome, 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 Zella. Raw, how are you, love? Demetrius, how are you? I'm glad you're wonderful, love. Come on in here, because I love you, thinking of you. Yes, the topic is perception. The topic is perception. Welcome in, welcome in. The topic is perception. The topic is perception. We are going to get into, let me share that out for a couple of people. How y'all doing this evening? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yes. So, for those of you who don't know me, let me do a brief introduction, and so I can let you know, follow how we conduct the lives. My name is Venus. I am a self-mastery and relationship solutionist. I teach all things self-mastery, right? So you can master self mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, energetically, and that correlates to financially as well, because everything is energy. And so I come before you every Monday and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we teach on various topics. Last Wednesday evening, we spoke about your self-concept, right? And that was, if you didn't catch the snippet, the clip that I posted, you can go to my profile and you should see it. It's set up pretty much just like this, but it's an actual video clip that's inserted. So Just Be, how are you? Hi Tab, Stacy Bell, thank you so much for the follow. So here's what we're gonna do, right? Help me help you, because I'm here for you. So while this live is going on, as I'm teaching, as I'm sharing, I'll take brief intermissions just to remind you that tap the screen, help TikTok algorithm promote the video, share the video out. By you tapping the screen, it lets TikTok world and TikTok algorithm lets other people know that it's a positive live stream. And of course, we need more positivity. We need more understanding of why we do what we do, so we can, live the life experiences that we actually want. It cannot be all fun and games. And so if you're interested in mastering yourself, mastering your reality, if you're interested in knowing why you continually attract the same men, women into your life, especially if they're no good, why you keep attracting the same type of experiences, right? The FYP. Thank you so much for that, Curve, right? The topics that I discussed, and we're going to get into perception, how your perception is helping to shape your current reality, your experiences, your life experiences. Some of the information you may, pardon me, let me take some water. That damn, my desk, my work desk sits right under the air vent, and that all that air is pushing my way. Thank you so much. So that's how it goes, and of course, the way you can show your appreciation is not only tapping the screen and engaging. I also this is kind of new, but I'm going to do it unapologetically. We have a live goal to reach. So if you are led to participate, help me reach my live goal. And I think I set it for the hearts, to receive 20 hearts throughout the duration of this class, this lesson that we're going over. I appreciate you. So perception. Be Wise. How are you, love? Be Wise Now. I love seeing that name come over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. And hopefully I noticed when they're coming up. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy, so much for helping me reach my live goal. So perception, we're going to get into it. And if you have joined my live before, I always start these lessons with asking you a question, right? So what does perception mean to you? What does perception mean to you? Hard work, true. As you come in, let me know where you're chiming in from, and I'll take a quick pause just to shout you out and, just to give gratitude. As you come in, hit that follow button so you never miss a live lesson that I'm going to present. There's a bell somewhere. The way you see something. Yes, I love it. Thank you, Stacy, for responding. I love engaging. This is how this works, right? This is not a dictatorship, right? This is not a monologue. This is the dialogue, right? You engage with me as I engage with you, and we learn together as I'm teaching, because I'm always in the process of learning. And a true teacher, right? Their messages is always for them first in some shape, way, or form. So what does perception mean to you? Be Wise Now says it means what I digest from others' explorations. Ashe, I love that answer. I love that answer, right? So knowing how your perception, and last Wednesday evening, self-concept, I think I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel, which I'm going to start streaming on pretty soon. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, take a second, click the link in the bio whenever you get a moment. There's a YouTube tab that's going to lead you directly to my YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe. You can show your support, but I'm going to upload the full video so you can just have that in your toolbox, because it was a really good lesson that I taught. So your perception, right? And I've heard your answer. So your perception, right? The process of how you interpret and how you organize sensory information, right? In order for it to make sense to you, it involves both your brain and your eyes, right? Your reflection. Why is this important? Because how you associate with a person or a thing, how you associate with energies. And what I mean by energies, I mean how you associate with love, your perception of love, how you perceive love, how you associate with money, your perception of money, how you associate with romance, how you associate with sensuality. Um, hi, bro. How are you, Mellet? How are you, love? Thank you so much for joining. How you associate with conflict, how you associate with arguments, and all of these is energies. How you associate with work, how you associate with all of these different things, and all of those different things that I just mentioned, how you associate with those things and with those people is going to ultimately manifest into the realization of your experiences. Is going to internalize and is going to reflect, right? Is going to reflect and is going to cause those things to be drawn to you. Because remember, you are a divine, infinite, energetic being. I'm glad you're doing right. So how you associate with the thing is also how you going to attract that thing. How you associate with a person is how you're going to attract that person. And so with so many disagreements and arguments and so many foolish conversations going on as to, who's superior and who's not, which we know who's superior, right? All of the gender wars that is going on, the man versus the woman versus the man, right? We're still talking about colorisms. We're still talking about government systems. We're still talking about, all of these different things, these topics that isn't serving us a purpose, right? And it has a lot to do with how you're perceiving things. You become what you consume. So if you're one who is ever questioned, and I know some of us are questioning these things. Cynthia, how are you, beautiful? I see you on here helping people evolve. Ashe, bro, all the time. So if you've one of those individuals, and I know there are many of us out there, if you've ever questioned, why do I keep attracting the same version of men and women who aren't loving you the way you expect and want to be loved, the way you are perceiving, right? The way you want to be loved, the way you want to be understood, the way you want to be respected, the way you want to be adored and nurtured, right? And supported. If you're attracting toxic men and women into your life, unhealthy men and women into your life, your perception plays a huge part in that. We have to understand that until we start taking accountability and responsibility and acknowledging that we are playing a huge role in the way our reality is. We're playing a huge role in the circumstances and the situations that is coming into our existence. We play a role in that. Constantly blaming the finger, blaming people, places, and things isn't getting you no closer to your set goals. It isn't getting you nowhere closer to living the life that you actually want to live. Your perception plays a huge part in the shaping of your reality. And we spoke about how your self-concept is also helping to shape your reality, right? Your belief systems, right? Your environment, how you view yourself, how you view the world, your self-actualization, actually, that goes with. But your perception, your self-concept of self, how you have been viewing yourself. Understand that emotions are all predicated upon past experiences, and your emotions and feelings stems from your perception of things. How you perceive someone to be is how you're going to ultimately interact and engage with them. So how are you perceiving things? What does perception mean to you? Do we really want to elevate, right? Because here's the thing, no matter what conversations you're having, whether they're healthy or unhealthy, especially unhealthy, no matter what you're consuming, no matter what decisions you're making, right? It is going to you're either going to do two things. You are either going to learn how to master self or be mastered. And the question is, are you someone's puppet? Who's doing the puppeteering? Is it your lower self? Is it your shadow self? Is it your higher self, right? So your perception is the process of how you're interpreting and organizing your sensory information to make sense of the world that's around you. A lot of us are easily swayed and so concerned and are in fear of everything that we see going on in the world. Ambitious, how are you, love? Thank you so much for the heart, for the rose. As you come in, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you share the live, tap the screen so TikTok algorithm can show that it's positive, and they'll start sharing it out some more for you. We're also going to meet our live goal, which is 20 of those hearts. So all of you participators and ballers out there, right? Generous folks out there, consider helping me meet my live goal. Hi, Jay. How are you, beautiful? Right. So your perception is how you perceive the world around you. It is also subjective. Your perception, your views on perception is subjective. It is influenced by your individual past experience. And many of us don't know that we on this continuing loop, this continuing cycle, right? Just like a dog chasing its tail, recreating our past, which is why our future is never changing, because you're not changing your perception. Your perception hasn't changed. Your perception of divine love haven't changed, or your understanding thereof. Your perception of how men and women ought to be to you. Your perception of you, right? Hi, Fee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for adding to my live goal. Yes. You attract exactly what you are, and I know we're gonna meet our live goal. Thank you for that first heart, Shamika. How are you, love? Welcome in, loves. We are discussing perception this evening. We are speaking of perception and how it's shaping your reality. Ambitious, thank you so much for sharing the live hour. I sincerely appreciate you, bro. Right? And so your perception is subjective. Jay, thank you so much for the roses. I love it. Shamika, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you. Love you. Infinite gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing the live curve. Right? So your perception is also subjective, right? Based upon your past individual experiences. Your perception also is the key elements in what's helping to shape your reality. Let me say that again. Your perception is one of the key elements that is helping to shape your reality, along with your personality, along with your self-concept, which we spoke about that last Wednesday, your self-concept that deals with your self-perception. Real, how are you, my love? Hey. How are you? Thank you so much for the gift, right? We spoke about how you view yourself, how your self-concept is directly tied to your belief systems, your personality traits, your environment, and different things like that. Another key that is helping to shape your reality is your self-actualization. How are you perceiving the world around you? Remember that it is subjective. How are you perceiving the world around you? Right? Are you able to see past your physical senses? Because many of us are still operating in the physical. So we can't see anything past what we visually see, which is visually reflected according to our projections. We can't see past what we're hearing. We can't see past what we're feeling. We can't see past what we're touching. We can't see past anything, which all of those things are tied to your sensory, your physical aspect. How are you, love? Understand that nothing happens externally before it happens internally. And just like we have, what I say is that there's always more that meets the eye. It's always something deeper that's going on. Just as the seasons constantly move in through and out of each other, so do ourselves, so do you, so do I. We're constantly moving in through and out the seasons and levels within levels of life. And there are infinite amount of levels. The same process that the earth is going through, right? So when we're seeing all of these quote unquote disorders occurring, right? When we see all of the tsunamis and the tornadoes and the fires, understand that yes, the wicked ones are have something to do with it, but it's also something deeper going on. The time for you to rise, the time for you to stop projecting, right? The time for you to stop perceiving only based upon your physical avatar is up. Because eventually a time is going to come where you're going to be lost and you're going to be subjected living on a lower realm when you can make the choice to elevate. How do you elevate? Simply invest in yourself and get the information that you need to get. In order for you to create new behavior patterns, you need new information. Right? Right. It's time for us to grow. No one is coming to save us. No one is coming for us. The Savior has always been here. You have always been here. Your ancestors always been here. The forces of the universe always been here. The power to change has always been here. Reels, thank you so much for helping me meet my life goal. Ashe, thank you. Infinite gratitude. We are the power source. We are the supreme ones. Whether you like it or not, you have to understand who you are. And if you're not learning the art and principles of self-mastery, oh, you just gonna hit the goal, huh? Stacy, thank you so much. I appreciate you all for helping me meet my live goal. Right? If you don't understand that you are the one that's going to save yourself, if you don't understand that you need to change your perception, which is helping to shape your reality, which is helping to shape what you see, what you hear, what you sense, what you experience, right? What you want to experience. If you don't understand that, you're going to continually be mastered, not only from people, places, and things, but you're going to be mastered by your shadow self. And we're going to get into that a little further. And so actually we're going to get into it now. What do I mean by shadow self and as shadow self? And there's a book that's going around and it's getting real popular, but it's no new concept. Shadow work is no new concept. What is the definitive meaning of shadow self? Your shadow self, the aspect of you that you hide. The aspect of you that you hide so that you can feel acceptance. And most of us are attracting men and women in our lives who validate what we don't accept and what we do accept, knowingly or unknowingly. Many of us perception of ourselves is so low, you're going to continually reflect the same people into your life that's going to validate your lack of sense, your low self-sense worth, your lack of confidence, your lack of high self-esteem, your lack and thereof. Do you realize nothing is changing? Nothing is changing. For many of us, nothing is changing. Isn't it about time that you finally ask, why isn't my life changing? Why isn't my circumstances changing? Why is my life seeming like a ping pong game? I'm going right, I'm going left. I'm being tossed right, I'm being tossed left. I'm being tossed all around and being swept away by every wind that blows. Why do you think you're not standing on your square? Why do you think that? Do you understand? Until you learn these, until you make the choice, Stacy Bell, welcome back. Until you understand that, until you stop running, you cannot begin to work on something, especially unhealthy behavior patterns, if you don't ever face them. Running from your shadow is never going to separate you from your shadow self. You cannot separate yourself from yourself. Understand that you are so damn infinite. So infinite. Your biological makeup, your chemical makeup, your physical makeup, your neurological makeup. You are infinite. You cannot separate yourself from yourself. And until you begin the work to start working on your shadow self, which is all the things that you've throughout the years have learned to and grew to accept, until you actually turn around and face some things, until you actually face the neglect you felt from your loved ones, until you turn around and face the abandonment that you felt from your loved ones, until you turn around and face the impoverished mentality that you grew up in, until you turn around and face that you are not to compare yourself with anyone. You are like no other. Until you turn around and face all of your quote unquote discrepancies and behaviors that are not becoming of your higher self, of you elevated, until you turn around and face all of your dysfunctions, until you turn around and face your depression, until you turn around and face your stress, until you turn around and face all of these things, they're going to continually increase in their power. Remember, what you feed will grow in power, and what you starve will lose its power. Who you fooling? I like that name. Thank you so much for the follow. Understand that where you place your energy is where you place your focus. Where you place your attention is where your energy is growing. And the more you're running from your shadow, the heavier and darker your shadow is getting. According to Swiss psychiatrist, right? And psychoanalyst Carl Jung says everyone carries a shadow. It is your duality. It is your polarity. You are both light and dark. You are both yin and yang. You are both feminine and masculine. You are both negative and positive. You are both light and darkness. You cannot separate yourself from yourself. Learn to embrace and accept. The idea is for you to learn to control yourself. Both aspects of yourself is not, the idea is not for you to get rid of your shadow. The idea is not for you to get rid of your ego. The idea is not for you to get rid of your emotions. The idea of you, which is energy, emotions, the idea is not for you to get rid of your past and completely forget about it. When you suppress, you build. When you suppress, you unknowingly feed. Just because you think you're ignoring it isn't going to dissolve it. Suppression is a form of feeding. That's what most of us are not getting. So your shadow self, right? Your shadow self, the less you and the less you are embodied in your lower self, the less you're going to feed it. You're going to start it, which means it's going to lose its power. And anything that loses its power loses control over you. Understand that. Because until you do, nothing is going to change. So how is your perception affecting your understanding of the world? What's going on? And with so many concepts and philosophies and narratives and all of this information, I understand. I get it. I had this conversation with someone, a fellow TikToker whom I like currently, who I respect, right? And we were having a discussion, and in the scenario that he was giving me, yes, that's a powerful concept, Curve. In the scenario that he was giving me, make sure you, when you come in, hit that follow button, share the live, participate, tapping the screen, right? It's not only for you to just run it up. It's nice to see the hearts. However, it lets TikTok know that this is a positive live. And the more you tap the screen, right? I don't want your fingers to go numb, but the more you tap the screen, the more you follow, share out the live. TikTok is going to share it out because it's being notified that it's actually a positive live stream. And so that's the goal. So I appreciate all of you in here who are participating, who are sharing, who are following, and who are tapping the screen, and who are helping me meet my live goal, right? Because it all helps. And so we were having a discussion. Thank you so much for sharing the live, Shamika. Clyde, how are you, love? So we were having a discussion, and the story, the moral of the story he was sharing with me, and we were, having dialogue with one another, is he was basically saying that, which most of us carry this philosophy, that peer pressure is real. I agreed with that. Peer pressure can oftentimes be so heavy, right? It can be so persuasive, right? Peer pressures of societal norms, peer pressures of governmental systems, the things that the force of peer pressure, force can be extremely forceful in layman terms, right? And so people can also be a part of that force. Influences can be extremely strong, right? And he says that his concept and philosophy was that if peer pressure is succumbed, right, and builds up enough pressure, if it has enough force, then it can ultimately alters a person's decision. And so I gave a little pushback on that, because here's something that I know. No one can ever violate your free will. No one can ever violate your free will. It doesn't matter what you heard or what you're going to continually hear, that people have automatic control over you. It is not possible. It will never be possible. It is not the way the universal laws work, and it is not the way your eternal internal system works. You will always have a choice to choose. You will always have the priority and the prerogative to choose. Peace, Kendall, how are you? You are the one who choose. Now, that's not to say that it's not to say that the choices that you are presented with isn't going to be favorable all the time. If you have 3 choices that are presented to you, all 3 of them may be choices that are going to cause you some type of mental, spiritual, emotional, physical, financial, energetic discomfort, some type of pain. However, what you can never, no matter how many ways you dress it up, what you can never say is someone actually chose for you. Someone and someone's and people, places, and things can influence your choice, but you have the power to choose, especially if you are a mature person, a grown person that has cycled the sun. No one can force your choice. So that perception that he had, you understand, that people to an extent and degree don't have free will, is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And so there are 3 types of perception, which I'm not going to get into all of them. I just wanted to side note, right? One type of perception is visual perception. Peace, Black Hole. How are you, love? Peace, out of the heart speaks. How are you, hun? Right? Your visual is one of the 3 types of perception is your visual perception. It is your ability to visually interpret information. Visually interpret information from your environment. The second type of perception is your auditory perception. It is your ability to interpret sound, right? And to recognize different sounds, which are different frequencies, right? So let's go a little deeper into workings of your perceptions and how interpreting them can be. Because this is important. This is important information. Linda, how are you, love? This is important information. So let's talk about projecting for a bit. Now, we're still following a concept and a lesson of perception, but I want to go a little bit deeper into why you're perceiving things, people, and places the way you're perceiving them so you can begin to work on changing them. Now, this is foundational information, but it's going to be information that is incredibly invaluable to you. So let's talk about projection for a bit. Projections are the creations of your visual images. And I just got finished telling you the three types of perceptions. We're speaking about the visual part, right? It is also the forecasting of your situations and your experiences. What you perceive, you project. You then reflect, right? In psychology, projection is called a defense mechanism used when subconsciously you employ, right? Coping mechanism, right? I'm going to say that again. When you project in psychology, it is called a defense mechanism used when subconsciously using in order to cope with difficult feelings, right? And your emotions. And a lot of times this is what we hear, right? Oh, you're deflecting, you're projecting your biased concepts, your biased perceptions, your biased opinions, your biased experiences, right? Because what else do you have to go on is your experience. This is why you hear some people say you still have some work to do in the shadow department. You still haven't healed from certain things. You can hear it in people's conversations. We're trained, well, at least, people who do the work like the work that I do, right? And mentor and coaching, especially when we're dealing with the psyche of individuals, we're trained to hear. We're trained to sense. We're trained to see patterns, to hear sounds. We're trained to hear the things that people are not saying indirectly. So it's not so much the fact that people are given a misdiagnostic or misanalyzing or misassessing someone's behavior, someone's conversational patterns, right? And what they speak and how they speak. No, you can easily tell. Yeah, inflection, right. It's everything. Your perception is everything. Your reflecting is everything. We can easily tell. A lot of us can, even if you're not in the field, the psychological field of study and mentoring. Even if you don't have a deeper understanding of quantum physics and human behaviors, right? Sociology. Even if you don't have a fundamental knowledge of this, you can still tell when somebody is deflecting, when somebody is projecting their own hurts and pains into a conversation or onto you. Now, going back to what I said, it is a coping mechanism. It is a defense mechanism. So you can safeguard your ill past feelings, your traumatic past emotional feelings, right? So no one else will hurt you. What experiences are you drawing to you when you're projecting based on your perceptions? This is important. Thank you so much, love. I'll ask the question again. What experiences do you think you're drawing to yourself when you're projecting? Think of all the things that people go through. Think of all the things that people go through. You are pulling these energies to yourself. You're pulling these circumstances to yourself. What experiences are you pulling towards yourself, to you, into your auric field when you're projecting your past experiences? Hi, Ordu Gunwa, is that how you pronounce it? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Let's tap the screen and share the live, loves, right? And those of you who already did, I appreciate you. I'm speaking to the new ones joined. Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I like your name. So the experiences that you're drawing to you is that of what? Stress. Peacefully, Marie, how are you, love? Stress. When you're projecting your perceptions, you're pulling stress towards you. You're pulling discomforting situations to you. You're pulling arguments to you. You're pulling poor health to you, lack, which is one of the reasons. Let's go back to arguments, which is one of the reasons, and that goes into, that's a whole nother lesson, emotional addictions. A lot of us are dope heads and we don't even know it. When I mean dope head, I don't mean that you're addicted to a narcotic. I mean that you're addicted to the dopamine that these dysfunctional conversations are giving to you, are feeding you, and you don't even know it. So one of the reasons why you constantly are finding yourself on the toxic side of TikTok, on the argumentative side of TikTok, is because you have an addictive personality connection and association with toxicity and argumentative people. Of course, you're going to just gravitate to it. And so this whole idea that I'm helping, I'm spreading knowledge, I'm spreading news, I'm spreading information, I'm helping to save lives. You ain't helping saving no damn body life. Okay? What you're doing is manipulating individuals who are least intellectually inclined more than you. That's not you being wise. That's not you being a savior. That's not you helping. You're a part of the issues we're having, right? There's a difference in bringing awareness to a situation. There's a difference in bringing awareness to behavior patterns than shaming people, especially because no one has the first rock to throw at anybody, because all of our houses are fragile, can be fragile. All of our houses is see-through to the universe. And quiet as kept, if your past behaviors, some of your past behaviors was ever exposed, goodness gracious, if you have a heart and a soul, if you have compassion and empathy, you would change the way you're projecting your own insecurities, your own fears, your own guilt, your own biases, and calling it help. Shaming people is not bringing awareness about their situation. Talking about the situation, shedding light on the situation, something that I'm doing and many others are doing, is bringing more awareness as to your perception of people, places, and things, is helping to shape your reality. Even though I may pinpoint certain behaviors, I'm not shaming anyone. Do I think we have a lot of unhealthy behaviors? Absolutely. Do I think you should be calling someone a 304 or a hoe or a whore or a disloyal? Do I believe you should be calling people out their names, emasculating men, defeminizing women, calling men and women out their names? Do I think you should be shaming people, guilt tripping individuals? No, that's disgusting. And then some of us are boasting about these things. That's not productive. Peace, bro. How are you, really? How are you, D? How are you, bro? That's not productive. So shedding light on, and Coach Derek, Relationship Gumbo, is another one that is in these TikTok streets that is actually helping. We're bringing awareness to the psychology behind what you do and why you do it, so you can stop doing it. We're not shaming individuals for making the decisions that they're making. Are some of those situations and behaviors foolish? Absolutely. But we're not shaming individuals. That's not helping. That's not encouraging. It's not inspiring. And it's damn sure not sugarcoating. You can still withhold the sugar and still give your honest perspective and truth. That's not shame. So some of the experiences that we're still talking about perception, some of the experiences that we're pulling towards us, right, that we're drawing to us, because you are the one You are the catalyst to what and who you attract. You are. And it's always going to be situations and experiences that should serve your higher purpose. So some of the things that we're drawing to us, like I said, stress, discomfort, arguments, poor health, lack, right? Discord, especially not only internally, discord between heart and brain coherence, which we're going to get into, right? Discord amongst each other. Your perceptions can draw in sadness, sad situations. Your perception can draw in depression. Your perception can draw in anxieties. Your perception can draw in dysfunctions, right? These are all low vibrational energies. We just call them by name. Or your perceptions can draw other experiences to you, like experiences of joy, experiences of unconditional love, experiences of peace, experiences of better health. Your perception can also draw experiences of greater opportunities. Your perception can also draw in order, especially again, brain and heart coherence, order. It can call in alignment. It can call in clarity. It can call in healthy romantic relationships. It can also call in limitless possibilities and opportunities for you. However, in order to draw something new to you, you have to vibrate on the frequency of those things long enough. Truth Seeker, how are you, love? Thank you so much for following. Lisa, welcome in. As you come in, hit that follow button, infinite gratitude, and tap the screen. Tapping the screen as you come in. I know sometimes you forget, but I'm going to remind you, tapping the screen helps TikTok to do what TikTok do and to promote lives, because it's telling it that, hey, people are tapping the screen, people are sharing, TikTokers are, commenting. It reads positive. This is a positive stream. So the more positive that TikTok algorithm picks up, the more TikTok will share it out. So I appreciate your participation in this, right? We working together. We're working together. And so I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the follows and the hearts and your participation. Let's run it up, right? Let's run through these TikTok streets real quick, because people need the information. People need the information. So I want to share an analogy that is going to fit so well with perception to give you a greater idea, right? And if you're a visual person, if you can visualize this, the more the merrier. However, I think this analogy is going to help you better understand how your perception is affecting your reality, right? And how you play a part in that, right? And so I'm going to use the analogy of the projector. We all been to the movies, right? We've all seen movies on the screen, right? Movie theaters, Cinemax, big box theaters use projectors. They use projectors, right? In order for you to see the movie, there has to be a projector, right? So think about this. The projector will always reflect your perceptions. Remember, we just spoke about perception, what perception is. So if what you're reflecting is determined by what you're projecting, then what you're projecting is coming from your perception, the way you view the world, the way you view people, the way you associate with people. Your articulation of the subject is very well thought and relatable. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That warms my soul and just gives added encouragement to me, which we all need. I need that too. I am not above receiving encouragement and confirmation. So I appreciate you, and I'm glad it's relating to you, right? So we're talking about movie theater projectors, right? And I'm using this as an analogy to help you better understand how your perception is shaping your reality. Your reality is what you experience, your life, what's going on in your life, right? So if what you're reflecting is determined by what you're projecting, then what you're projecting is coming from what you're perceiving, your perception, right? Why is this so important for you to know? Because until you understand that reformulating your perceptions, right, forming new perceptions is a part of self-mastery. And what did I say in the beginning? You're either going to, Ashe is number 11, Ashe, 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 infinite gratitude to the universe and our ancestors. You're either going to master self or be mastered. One of the primary reasons you are here in this realm, that you enter into any realm, and was particularly speaking about this realm, this reality, this earth, is for you to learn how to master self, your higher self, your lower self, and all the experiences that is going to either help you elevate or de-elevate, evolve or devolve. You're either going to do two things. I would like to think that it is that many of us want to elevate. Many of us want to master self. What you cannot think that is going to keep flying by you, right, is your inability, incapability to choose to elevate. Because as a living infinite organism, your main priority for survival is to expand. If you're not expanding, you are self-destructing. This is why you are hearing a lot of the chaos in people manifest itself, because they are literally self-destructing. This is why I teach self-mastery. This is why it's so important for you to learn these things. Because no matter what you want in life, no matter who you want in life, no matter where you want to go in life, if you're not learning how to master self, you are going to eventually self-destruct. I learned this personally, not only externally with all of the studies that I've done, right? All of the self-studies, the self-education that I've done. And even though I minored in psychology in school and college, I have a degree in business management, but I've always been interested in psychology, which led me into studying quantum physics and biology and sociology. I'm not a philosopher in all of those areas, but I know a lot. I know a little bit about a lot of things. And this is why I'm teaching. It was one of my commitments that if I ever got out of the depression that I was in, if I ever survived the 2 unaliving attempts, not 1, 2, if I ever came through my situations that I was in, if I ever came out of the impoverished lack mentality, if I ever, right, defeated all of these different things, that I would teach others how to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise also. That I would impart. Because as a living, breathing organism, what did I say? Our primary function of surviving is to hand off, give in, hand down, transfer. There's a better word. Transfer our information. What do you think DNA is? Transfer. That's one of our primary goals. And so if we're not, I vowed and made a commitment that everything that I've learned up until this point and will continue to learn, I will teach as many men and women who want to know why. The why behind the why they keep thinking the way they do, the way they keep perceiving how they perceive, why their perception is the way it is, why their confidence is where it is, most times 6 feet below operating level. Why they keep attracting men or women that's not healthy. Why they keep comparing themselves to other people. Why they don't think they're as powerful as they are. Because you are. This is not something fancy or inspiring, although it is fancy and inspiring and encouraging. Do you understand who you are? Your thumbprint is like no other. Your uniqueness is not like no other. We're truly unicorns in this universe, in this realm. And a lot of us are busy trying to get what someone else has. A lot of us are so busy risking it all. Risking it all just so we can be accepted by people who don't even have a clue of who they are and why they do what they do. Fix your lashes, babe. Oh, okay. I think they pretty fixed. Or is that your name? I'm not sure. Thank you so much for the follow, El Divine. Right? So we have to understand this. You are you. Your experiences are your experiences. And when you change your perception that life is happening for you and not to you, as if the universe done said, oh, I'm going to call out real easy. I'm just going to give him every hardship he can possibly handle because I just don't like the way he look. Mr. Ford, how are you, love? I'm just gonna pick out, and out of the billions of people on the planet, I'm just gonna pick out Mr. Ford, and I'm just gonna give him some stress. I'm just gonna give him some people that he just not gonna like. I'm just gonna pick out, Venus. I'm just gonna pick out Shamika. It's not how that works. So when you change your perception of why life is happening for you, when you change your perception of when you change your perception of how attraction works, how your life experiences are created, you'll start creating different experiences. When you change your perception on romantic love, you'll start attracting healthy romantic love. But if your subconscious database, your motherboard, if you are unsubconsciously still vibrating on a dominant program, right, that is associated with unhealthy love, guess what? You can speak and say, I want healthy love until you turn blue and transition. Guess what? It ain't going to come to you. Because you don't vibrate on that frequency. You're not tuned in. How do you expect to listen to something? How do you expect to get something? Can you imagine a money, what do they call the money boxes where they throw the money in there and it's just like flying all around, right? Can you imagine you being outside of that saying, I want that money. I want that money. I can get that money. And it looks so easy for you to grab. It's accessible to you, right? When the only thing you have to do is just step into the damn vault and grab what you can grab. Do you have any idea how foolish it is to have gifts lined up for you, blessings, abundance in all things that you want, need, and desire, and all for you to just look at it and stare at it as if it's not possible, when all you need to do is stop running, right? All you need to do is stop being lazy. All you need to do is stop being complacent. All you need to do is silence the riffraff. All you need to do is stop consuming the poison you've been feeding yourself. All you need to do is make a decision that I want better. I want better, and I know I can have better because I know I deserve better and greater. And then you do like every other professional, every other quote unquote successful in that area does when they want to elevate. They go hire somebody, they go enroll in somebody's institute, right? They go invest in someone that is an expert that can show them the way, because if you knew how, honey, Your life would look different. We're not purposed to know everything about everything and be a master of all. You are purposed to be a master of self. And then you can master your reality collectively. You and I are we, and we are one. And together we are powerful. Divided, we are powerless. Y'all seen what we can do when we unite powers? You ever try to break a stick? Break one stick? You can easily break and destroy one stick. But baby, try breaking 20 sticks with your bare hands. Try breaking 30, 40,000. Not easily broken. When you know better, you should do better. Right, real easy. When you know better, you should do better, right? And so until you understand this, nothing is going to change. So let's break down. I have broken down the compartments of a projector. Remember, we're still giving the analogy of the movie theater projector. So I broke this down into 5 elements, right? So you have the projector in order for you to see the movie, right? In order for you to see the picture in motion. In order for your dreams, your hopes, your goals, and aspirations to come to fruition to where you can actually see it, where you can live in it, where you can experience it. I broke these down into 5 elements. You have the projector, you have the film, you have the lens, you have the screen, and you have the projectionist. I'm going to say that again. 5 elements, right, of a projector, right? Your perception, right, is what allows you to project. What you project is aligned with your perception. So you have the projector. Think of the projector, right? And many of us have seen a projector. Think of the projector like your brain. Your nervous system. Your thoughts are signals. This is found in quantum physics and neuroscience, right? Think of the projector as your brain, your nervous system, the signals that you transmit via your thoughts, transmitters, right? The signals you send to the universe to tell the universe what to give you more of. Think of the film as your subconscious mental programs, the mother of thoughts, which is created and housed in your subconscious, not your conscious. Conscious is up here, subconscious is down here. Just like the bottom of the iceberg, you can never see on the water. You only see the tip. Your subconscious is directly linked and is linked to what you physically do. Your automatic systems of behaviors. To a degree. It goes deeper, but I'm going to keep this in layman terms. Then you have the lens. Think of the lens as your eyes, your optics, your perception magnifier. Your perception magnifier. This is your lens, right? How you see things, right? Now, some of us are just nearsighted, side-eyed, low-sided. We just need, right? So think of it like that. And that's okay. I'm just putting a little humor in it. Okay? Because I need some sights, honey. These help me. These help me. Because, baby, especially when I laugh, honey, my eyes are barely open. So these help me. These help me to see. So put the lenses on. The lenses is your eyes, your optics, your perception, your magnifier, right? Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all laugh with me. Come on, you got to interject humor. Humor is one of the fastest ways to attract things that you like. High vibrations, humor, laughter, right? But we ain't going to get into that. So we spoke about the projector. We spoke about the film. We spoke about the lens. Now the screen. Think of the screen as your reality, as your experiences, right? Y'all know the projector screen that y'all be viewing the movie from. Think of the screen as your reality and your experiences, right? And think of the projectionist as the controller of your actions, right? So your projector is your brain, your nervous system, your signals, your transmitters, your thoughts, your subconscious database, the motherboard that controls everything. Make no mistake, love, and don't believe the hype. Stop listening to these misguided, uninformed, unlearned, self-proclaimed gurus that do not have your best intention and that don't want to sit back and further their studies, their information, and their knowledge. People who sit on, and I'm going to say it, somebody got to say it in my Kevin Hart's voice, somebody got to say it, who sit on TikTok all day, every day. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that operating in whatever profession, whatever skill, whatever gift that's going to bring you money, I'm not saying that, because social media creators, right? This is their job, this is their business. But how are you going to receive new information, especially when you are a teacher, especially when you are a leader, especially when you are a quote unquote guru, especially when you are a mentor? How are you going to teach the people if you're never sitting down doing the work yourself to put yourself out of this realm, the physical reality, meditation, taking time for yourself? If you're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be, all day, every day. I'm just saying, this is no digs to nobody. I'm just telling you, be mindful. Be mindful. Because what you consume, you will continually become. And all information is not healthy information for you. How are you receiving new information? You on social media all day, every day. Meanwhile, you have husbands, you have wives, you have children, you have other jobs, right? Right? You have other priorities. You cook, you clean. How are you doing this in a 24-hour, not even 24 hours? Take half of that, because half of us don't even get 8 hours of sleep. So take a large portion of that and incorporate all of your other responsibilities. And then you want to come on here trying to teach the people, trying to guide the people. So when you hear some of these people say, it's not all about the money, I'm not after your money. Are you not? I'm not all about self-interest. I'm telling you what God said and what the Lord said, and I don't have .com. Dot to the com. Dot to the con. Not con artist. It doesn't add up, Curve. It doesn't. When are you taking time to sit with yourself? When are you taking time to step outside of yourself? And on top of that, we got our own personal ish that we going through. Don't think I'm just going to talk about me. I know definitively, infinitely, I chose to do this work. I've been doing it for, understand that our souls are infinite. I was doing this a long time. It may have taken me some time to remember what one of my divine purposes was on this realm. But once I remembered, once I started putting it back into practice, no one can convince me that I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing. Understand that. Everything that I teach, I first have to taste. How are you processing what you taste if you always spitting it out because it doesn't taste good to you? Or is everything coated with sugar? Baby, medicinal medicine does not taste good. I am able to be relatable and teach the way I teach and to stand firm on my own self mastery practices because I have to practice it myself. Because I still have to move in through and out of my seasons of life. And it's not always pretty. It's not always pretty. I'm not always up here. I'm not always motivated. Sometimes I don't want to be bothered. And sometimes I would prefer to play in my dark side because I think some people deserve it. That's just me. But because I practice self-mastery, I will choose to digress. Before I hand off my ill energy, right? If I'm not in the mood, right? I'm just going to pull back. Why? Because I master self. I'm not letting my emotions master me. I master my emotions. I go through shit just like everybody else go through shit. But I go through less shit than half of us go through, more than probably what they deserve to. And I'm not bitching, moaning, and complaining about it. I know the process. I cannot proclaim and stand firm on my square of being a self-mastery and relationship solutionist if I'm never sitting with myself. If I'm never gathering new information to give, to share. If I'm never studying. If I'm never practicing. Right? That needed to be said. Yes, we all need to do the work. Ashe, that needed to be said. That was a part of the message, but I'm always going to be led by the Spirit, even when I'm giving my presentations. That's why I have presentations, because I know, baby, when the Spirit hit, I'll just go around the whole damn universe and never get to finish my presentation. This is why I have presentations, so I can, stay on track. I'm a wonderful healer. I had to go through to help the people get through. Yes. True healers, well, I wouldn't say true, I'll say divine, right? Divine healers, divine gurus, divine like mentors, mental mentors, people who are divinely purposed and have accepted that responsibility from lifetimes ago, right? We experience firsthand what it is. We must taste before we give. So if it's something poisonous, not literally. If something is poisonous, we must first taste that poison, and we must first go through the physical experiences of that poison being cleansed from our bodies. We must experience first. You cannot tell somebody how a strawberry tastes unless you tasted it yourself. You cannot, and all the variations of it. Some are bitter, some are sweet, some are red, some are pink, whether organic or inorganic. You still can't tell somebody to the degree and be as effective if you haven't went through it yourself, if you haven't mastered that level. How the hell you going to tell me how to master Super Mario, beat the game, and you still on level 2? You can read about the other levels. You can see the other levels and actions via the experiences that other people are living. But unless you live it yourself, baby, sit down and be quiet. To the left, right? About face forward march, as my sergeant used to tell me when I used to come to him begging for something. About face forward march and get out my face. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna leave. I was a pest in the military. I was a pest in the army. I promise you, I was a pest. Right. So let's get back to the projector because we let me see, 7, 8. Okay, we're making good on this linear time here. The projector, your brain, your nervous system, the transmitters, the film, like these are the 5 elements of the stages, right? Of how your perceptions are manifested and magnified, right? We spoke about this. So we have the projector, we have the film, which is your subconscious, your mental programs, and then these are the mother the mother of your thoughts, right? The film is the mother of your thoughts. The film that goes in the projector that's going to be reflected on the screen. Then we have the lens, which is the optics, right? Which is the eyes, which is your magnifier, your perception. Then we have the actual screen, which is your reality, your life experiences, right? And then we have the projectionist, the one that's in control. Now, what I want to speak of is the controls, right? The controller of your actions. Now we're speaking about the projectionist. The projectionist is the one that controls the projector, the one that controls which films are being seen, right, in the movie theaters. The projectionist is the one that feeds the projector, the film. The projectionist is the one that commands. It's like the general of all generals, right? And so I want to speak of, remember, this is concept. I want to speak of the concept, the controller concepts, right? The examples of what do I mean by the projectionist, the one who is controlling your perception. Past traumas, the controller, the controllers of how you are perceiving things, how you're projecting things, right, is past traumas. Your parents, your parents or guardians, your siblings, your cousins, other family members, your romantic partners that you had and continue to have, your co-workers, your bosses, your environment, your spirit, the music you listen to, your senses, your five senses, your friends, TV, what you're watching, media, into the media, the social media. All of these things are the controller. All of these things is the projectionist. The things that are controlling what's projected. Hence, the things that are controlling what you attract. And many of us don't even really understand who we are and how we have come to being who we are, thinking the way we think, talking the way we talk, thinking the way we think, right? Perceiving the way we perceive, behaving the way we behave, dancing, singing, cooking, right? Talking. There's a program for everything. There's a program for the way you brush your teeth. There's a controller program for the way you do your hair. There's a controller program for the way you dance. There's a controller program for the way you get dressed. There's a controller program for the route you take to work and from work. There's a controller program in how you engage with your coworkers, your bosses, your family members. There's a program for everything. What do I mean by program? I mean, going back to the film, your subconscious mental database, your programming, the mother of your thoughts. Your thoughts is what drives your feelings. Your feelings is what drives your emotions. Your emotions is what drives your actions. And your actions is what drives your reality, creates your reality. Hence, your experiences. Hence, your actions is what's creating, right? What you're experiencing. What you see on the screen of your life. And if you're unhappy, like most of us are, with the movie we keep playing on auto repeat, you can repeat the movie that you've been playing backwards, forwards, upside down, inside out, blindfolded with no use of your limbs. That's how many of us are operating. That's how dysfunctional many of us are. You know goddamn well you on a continual loop like a damn hamster running on that wheel, running on that reel, running on that wheel, going nowhere real fast. And it's oblivious to me how some of us don't even realize, like, where you think you going. You keep attracting the same type of men around the hamster wheel, same type of women around the hamster wheel, same type of behavior patterns around the hamster wheel, same type of lack around the hamster wheel, same type of experience around the hamster wheel, as if it's something new. Yet we're saying we want something different. And deeply, I deeply sense that many of us do want something different. But you cannot begin to create different unless you are on the energetic frequency to create different. You cannot create new behavior patterns leading to new results if you're still operating on the same, pardon me, information. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not. And it's insane for you to think so. But as soon as somebody call you insane, you want to punch them in their nose like they done stole your bike. Out here pouting and screaming like you three. Man. Confirmation for me. Time for change. Ashe, which leads me to let me just give a sponsor break and sponsor break. Ari, how are you, love? So this is a sponsor break, and thank you for reminding me of that. As you come in, of course, hit that follow button, tap the screen, help the algorithm send this message out. It just lets the algorithm know, TikTok algorithm, that this is a positive stream. So do your thing. I don't know. I think I've met my I haven't met my live goal yet, but I will meet it. I will meet it. I said it to 20, but I'm appreciative of all. Let me get back to it because every shiny thing I see, I'm off. Jennifer, thank you so much for following thank you so much for following me. I'm reading what the thing says. Good. Hope the same for you. I am great. Thank you for so much. Hey, thank you so much for all the love. I appreciate you. Yay, 50% there. Thank you so much for helping me meet my goal. Sponsorship, okay, because I am a self-mastery and relationship solutionist, I have been teaching self-mastery for the better of 15 plus years, okay, a very long time. And I am going to start, I used to host live workshops every month. The two of my most requested workshops, one of them used to be The Essence of Self-Full Love, which I just recently changed the name for it, and attracting what and who you desire. I also have an ebook that is available if you click the link in my bio. A lot of what I teach is teaching you how to attract what and who you desire. I wrote an 11 chapter ebook that is incredibly informative, and it kind of breaks down some of the things that I'm talking about now in detail. After each chapter, it has exercises that you can do. But because I have gotten some requests to reteach it on live, because I went through the series of the ebook, Attracting What and Who You Desire, I am now turning it into a workshop. So if you're interested in registering for the workshops, is going to be held on the 2nd of every month and the 3rd of the second Sunday and the 3rd Sunday of each month. On the 2nd Sunday, we're doing The Essence of Self-Full Love. On the 3rd Sunday, we're doing Attracting What and Who You Desire. Each workshop, I believe, is only $11, but there's limited seating. I don't like teaching large amounts of people at a time. That's just, how I navigate what I do and still, maintain, because what I do is mentally and energetically exhausting. It is. However, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm passionate about what I do. However, I'm also aware. And so I keep the classes really, really small, 20 to 30 persons. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio. You should see the tabs for the workshops. They are the very first 4 tabs, the ebook and both workshops are on there. And there's other services that you can look into. Okay. So that was my sponsor break. So let's get back to that because we're almost done. I think this is the last slide. So brain and heart coherence. Let's talk about brain and heart coherence. Before I even get into that, do any of you know what brain and heart coherence, or what do you think brain and heart coherence is? Remember, this is not a dictatorship. This is not a monologue. This is a dialogue between you and I. This is how we grow, right? I love when you engage, and I know you can't, tap the screen and type at the same time, and you don't have to. If you know what brain and heart coherence is, put a couple of words in the chat, in the comment section for me, or what you think it is in the comment section before I actually tell you. I always like to ask the question first. When your heart and mind is aligned, Ashe, there we go. Somebody has comprehension skills. Real easy. Thank you so much for getting me to helping me get to my goal. Yes, that's what it is. Understanding. Sharmika says understanding the communication between the two. I like y'all answers. I love it. I love it. I love that. I love that. I love that. Come on, let y'all intelligent people. I always get intelligent people in here. Come on, we are mastering selves. Also, if you want to be notified outside and stay connected, text MOS to 1833-996-3032. If you want to be informed and get notifications, join our notification family to get notified when I'm going live, doing lessons or like up trainings and cancellations and whatever it may be. If you want to join the text family, it's free. Text MOS to 1833-996-3032. I keep forgetting about that, and I'm looking right at it. That I be in the zone. I love your answers. So brain and heart coherence, what is it? Why is it important? Because until your thoughts are aligned with your heart, you will not attract what you want. Alignment, alignment, alignment. Alignment, alignment, alignment. Alignment, alignment, alignment is key. Okay? Let's go. The brain and heart understand your desires and desires you towards the target. Ashe Curve, I like that. Y'all have some dope answers. I really, really like that. Thank you so much for commenting. Alignment is key because until you're able to feel greater than what you think, you're not going to attract what you want. You're going to continually attract more of what you've been getting. Glitterbugs, how are you? So brain and heart coherence. One of my favorite neuroscientists is Dr. Joe Dispenza. I follow his work. I'm just a lover. I'm a huge student of his teachings. He's not the first. He's just one that I gravitated to, that I actually love. Billy Carson is another one of my favorite scientists, philosophers. He's another one, right? And I can go on and go on. How gather your roses? Hi, love. Hi, honey. How are you, sweetheart? So, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, which he's been operating in his field as well as Billy Carson for like decades now, right? He says, and because of his performing of he's performed multiple studies that tells the tale of the importance of brain and heart coherence, right? Which states that when you think, let me see, I want to rephrase this. How you think and how you feel. There we go. How you think and how you feel, only when they are in harmony. Remember, we just said this: alignment, alignment, alignment. When how you think and how you feel are in harmony, only then can you pull your desires, your desired experiences to you. Yes, I love Billy Carson. I love his teachings. I love Dr. Joe Dispenza teachings, right? When we speaking about quantum physics, when we speaking about quantum mechanics, when we're speaking about, spiritual things, when we speaking about coherence and neuroscience, right? When we're speaking about epigenetics, when we're speaking about gene expression, right? Those are my guys. Like, they are my guys. Those my boys, right? Those are my boys. So why is brain and heart coherence, right? Until your thoughts match what you feel, right? Match your emotional vibration, your frequency, right? Your vibration, you're not going to attract what you want to attract. Which meaning a lot of us, this is why we're having this ping pong effect. We get money, we lose money. We find love, we lose love. We have a great opportunity, we lose a great opportunity. That is unnatural. That's called disharmony. Your life should not result in a ping pong effect. As often as it's not. Some things in your life should remain steady and in harmony and in balance, right? Your thoughts are, he goes on to say that your thoughts are the electrical charges, right? The electrical charges. Think about magnets. Think about how magnets attract. One magnet one magnet can only attract another magnet and anything else that has magnetism. I'll say it again. One magnet can only attract another magnet and things that has magnetism. People that has magnetism. Everybody have this ability. This, not disability, this ability. You have the ability to attract. You are a magnet to everything you attract. What are the magnets? The magnets are love. The magnets are health. The magnets are opportunities. The magnets are joy. The magnets are bliss, euphoria, serendipity. The magnets are those high vibrations. The magnets are also sorrow, unhealth, unbeneficial opportunities that don't serve you, unhealthy men and women. The magnets can also be that of lack. It can be a magnet of poverty. It can be a magnet, stress are magnets, magnetisms, depression, magnetisms, anxiety, magnetism. All of these things are magnetisms, and you are the magnet that are pulling them to you. So if you never understand that you are the person, you are the frequency, you are the energetic vibration that is drawing these things to you, you're going to keep on drawing them to you, bitching, moaning, complaining, and joining all of these damn TikTok panels and discussions that ain't doing nothing. Retract. Joining these panels and discussions, and the only thing it's doing is helping to magnify. Right? Magnify. What happens when something magnifies? It gets larger. It gets stronger. The only thing you're doing by continually consuming these foolish conversations, right? These foolish discussions where we were, blacks was, talking about enslavement. And I'm not saying these subjects are unimportant. Talking about men are doing this and men are doing that and passport bros and passport hoes and all of these different topics and who was here first, where we was and who's black and who's white and who got your melanin, phenolmelanin, all of these conversations, why government is doing this and why they selected the president the more you entertain these energies, the more they're going to be magnified, and the more they're magnified, the more you become addicted to it. This is why most of y'all be tapping y'all veins as soon as y'all wake up in the morning. You don't even take time to think about your thoughts, to not think about your thoughts. You are automatically grabbing things that is going to validate your sense of lack, your sense of complacency. You automatically want to see who liked you, who liked what you said, who liked how you look, who commented, who posing a controversial question, who's on live today. Some of y'all don't even get out of bed, brush your teeth, and what? Oh, let me stop. Let me digress. Some of y'all, and it sounds funny, but I'm serious. Some of us don't even take the time to wash our face, brush our teeth, or even if we take those minor steps, we are running to log on to live. If somebody wanted to get you, baby, you be got. You be got. You don't take no time for yourself. Your every waking moment, your every rise and every rest is on live and everything in between. We know more about your business than you do. We're learning so much about you than you do. We are learning, knowing you better than you know yourself. And then you get mad when people are calling you out on certain things. Why? Because you told us. You telling everything. You're showing everything. It's not hard to map out who you are, what you getting and what you're not getting. It's not hard. That's an addiction. You feeling the need to grab, to be on live on any platform, the moment you become coherent is an addiction. You looking for lives, to controversial lives to go into, is an addiction. You're constantly looking and attracting people that is going to validate your low self-esteem, your lack of confidence, right? Your lack of your sense of acceptance. You're constantly looking for people that is going to validate those things. These are addictions and they're not healthy. Now, I'm not digging at nobody because I got my own addictions. But what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? Thank you so much for sharing the live, love. What are you doing about it? To each his her own. I'm just saying, how are you being a part of the solution if you're always playing in the mud? If you're never sitting with yourself? If your conversations are the same every single day, in, through, and out? How are you giving from a self-full place of love and patience and kindness to the ones who you say you love? And let me tell you something. There is a small percentage of TikTokers that are making thousands upon thousands of dollars. A small percentage. Don't let that. So it can't be that. It can't be the pennies. It cannot be the pennies. And so is it worth it? Those few coins, is it worth it? And then you talking about others selling their soul. You doing the same damn thing for whatever. But some of us are doing the same thing. But that's not mastering self. That's not healing. That's not growing. It's not. Peace, Aunt. How are you, love? Is it Patanucli? How are you, love? Peace. Welcome in. Hi, Majestic Rain. Greetings, my dear. How are you, hon? As you come in, hit the follow button, share the live, and also tap the screen. Help TikTok do what TikTok do. The more you tap the screen, the more you share the live, the more you comment, it lets your niece. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Jess. How are you? Thanks so much for the follow. The more you share, the more you tap, right? The more you comment, it lets TikTok know that this is a healthy place, that this is a positive place, that it is a happy stream. I'm just going to call it that. It's productive, right? It's not unhealthy and toxic. It's not messy, right? So let's get back to, and thank you so much for y'all all of y'all participation. So let's go back to brain and heart coherence, right? How you think and how you feel, when and only when how you think and how you feel is in harmony, only then will you pull the experiences of all that you desire to you. Why? Because your thoughts are the electrical charges. That's where I went off in a tangent, I'm remembering. Your feelings, right, of the heart is the magnetic charge. This is why they say this is why some say you have to feel greater than what you think. Because if you think is greater than what you feel, then what you feel is going to be aligned with what you think. And the way some of us is thinking is really, really unhealthy. Leonard, how are you, love? Thank you so much for the follow, right? And so this is what's taught in quantum mechanics. And quantum mechanics is the branch of mechanics dealing with mathematics. It deals with energy and motion, emotion. It deals with subatomic particles. It deals with concepts of quantization and energy. It deals with waves. It deals with frequency. It deals with duality. It deals with all of these different things. It deals with non-physical matter. It deals with non-physical matter, right? And so whenever you are, when you learn self-mastery practices in the art and practice of meditation, you learn how to separate yourself from this physical realm, from this physical avatar to the quantum realm, where I say all of the infinite possibilities are. This is where infinite land is. This is where the genie is, right? This is where you can go and rub on your genie and say, I want this, I want that, and I want it now. That is only done. You can only pull from the infinite quantum realm. You cannot pull and tap into that frequency if you're still vibrating on a lower frequency on this three-dimensional realm. I'm speaking about quantum physics as it relates to brain and heart coherence, alignment, right? Thank you so much for the follow, love. Ishwa, I love that name. That's beautiful. Ishwa, I love that, right? And so to experience organic euphoria, to experience bliss, to experience unconditional love. Remember, we're still talking about perception, right? How you perceive a thing or a person is going to be the manner in which you attract that thing or person. So until you change your perception, you're not going to change what you attract. Until you change your perception, you're not going to change who you attract. Okay? So in order for you to experience organic euphoria, organic bliss, organic unconditional love, organic serendipity, right? Organic endless possibilities, joy, you need to practice brain and heart coherence. Until you understand that your brain and heart coherence is the catalyst to what and who you attract, you're going to attract more of what and who you don't want any longer. And it just, thank you. Hi, Feminine Millionaire. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. I hope you're doing wonderful. Thank you so much for the gifts, the Feminine Millionaire. Ashley is another beautiful soul on here teaching you from an organic and authentic place. Her area is marketing and money, and she's phenomenal at it. Many of you know who she is. There are organic, genuine individuals out here who is an expert in their field, literally teaching you and showing you how to attract more of what and who you desire. You're absolutely welcome. You absolutely deserve it. You absolutely deserve it, Ashley. Much appreciation. I've learned a lot under your guidance and your tutelage, a lot. So if you all are not following the Feminine Millionaire, listen, her teachings will definitely help you in tremendous ways. I don't talk money. I talk self-mastery. Even though it's all money is energy, Ashley Ann can definitely guide you in that area if that's one of your desires. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so deserving of it. There's not many on here that I recommend, but you are definitely one of them. Yes, Curve. Curve is familiar. Many people. I mean, she didn't just take TikTok by storm. She been doing it. I've been following her since Periscope days. So, I know her. I've been following her for years now. But she definitely took TikTok by storm, honey. Which is a beautiful thing. So back to brain and heart coherence. You have to understand that until your brain and heart coherence are in alignment, right, with more of the frequencies Remember, we spoke about frequencies that you actually want to attract. Remember the frequencies and the magnetisms, we call them by name. We call them love. We call them joy. We call them bliss. We call them desire. We call them romance. We call them abundance in wealth, abundance in health, more of these positive things. And let me just dispel a misconception of abundance. I need you to understand that you are already operating in abundance. Thank you so much for sharing it live, Ishwa. Did I pronounce your name right? Is it Ishwa? I love it. Ishwa Nawan. I love that name. I hope I pronounced it right. You let me know, right? You are already operating from an energetic field of abundance. You are already operating from the frequency of abundance. Abundance does curve. Thank you so much for the heart, love. Thank you so much for helping me reach my goal. Yes, ma'am. I said it right. Good, good, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate your response to that. You are already operating in abundance. It's not that you attract abundance. You don't attract abundance. You are already abundant. You are already attracting abundance. Abundance does not equal more money. Abundance does not equal better health. Abundance does not equal better opportunities. Abundance does not equal more love, more affection. Abundance does not equal anything that are those higher vibrations alone. Abundance also is toxicity. You can have an abundance of toxicity. You can have an abundance of low vibrations. You can have an abundance of feeling depressed, of always feeling depressed. You can have an abundance of lack and poverty in your life. You can have an abundance of unfortunate opportunities in your life. You can have an abundance and attract abundance of low vibrational men and women. You are already abundant. You don't attract abundance. And this is what I mean again by perception. How you perceive abundance is how you're going to attract abundance, whether you know it or not. And some of your perceptions that are tied to love, health, money, wealth, all of these different things has a low vibrational association to it, which is why you keep attracting it. And you keep attracting it in abundance. Abundance only means more of. It doesn't mean necessarily more of this or more of that. It's more of whatever you're signaling to come to you. The best thing you can do is be aware. The best thing you can do is be aware. Just because you close your eyes don't mean you can't see. Just because you close your ears don't mean you can't hear. Just because you're not physically touching something doesn't mean you can't feel. You are not this avatar. You are not this vehicle. You're not. You are an infinite soul spirit. You can do so much more past this physical, you can do so much more than what you perceive that you can do in this physical realm. Understand that. Hi, Oneness Consciousness. How are you, love? Peace to you. When you understand you can do so much more, you're already abundant. Spirit, yes. So I wanted to share that and dispel that and just give you a deeper understanding of what abundance actually is. Abundance is not something you attract. Abundance is something that you're already vibrating on, and you can tell the abundance of what you're vibrating on by what you are experiencing. If you are experiencing pain more than joy, you're experiencing an abundance of joy, abundance of pain. If you are experiencing financial wealth more than you're experiencing financial lack, right, in your life, if you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck, year after year, and you wonder why, you're receiving an abundance of lack financially. You're already abundant. You're already the magnet to whatever you want. Self-mastery teaches you how to attract abundance, more of what you actually want to be abundant in, or have the abundance of. Yes. Ashe, thank you so much, Oneness Consciousness. Right? And so understanding who you are is self-mastery. In the beginning, I said, we're still talking about perception. You are either going to master self or be mastered. Two things, whether you know it or not. This is why in the very first chapter of my book, Attracting What and Who You Desire, we speak about decisions. It's the very first chapter. You have to make a decision. And what does a decision require you to do? To understand. A decision requires you to be aware. A decision requires you to acknowledge. A decision requires you to be accountable, right? A decision requires you to be accepting. Now, what you're aware of, what you acknowledge, what you're accountable for, and what you accept is all determined by you. All determined by you. Be the vibration of what you want. Ashe. Ashe. Be the vibration of what you want. Remember, what you feed will gain power, and what you starve will lose power. You can't attract what you want because you keep repeating the stories of what you don't want. You keep repeating your past hurts. You keep repeating your past pains. You keep repeating your traumas. You keep blaming other people, places, and things as to why you are the way you are and where you are in life. You keep repeating the same stories. The more you repeat a story, the more you relive a story. The more you repeat a story, the more you keep reliving the story. This is what I mean when I say some of us are living in your past. And it is ignorant of you to say you're not. A person that is living in the moment, neither in the past or neither in the present, isn't talking about the past or the present as much as people who are living predominantly in the past or predominantly in the future. I hope I said that right. It was right in my head. Hi, Dr. Earl. How are you, love? Right? Repeat the stories that you want to live. Yay! Hey, come on now, somebody. Real easy. Come on now, somebody. Come on now, somebody. I heard that sound. We achieved my goal. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aww. I feel good. I knew that I would. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I said we was going to get it. Listen, think about what you want to attract. Abundantly blessed, Ashe. Listen, thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Yes, congratulations to us. Yeah, I'm taking that. Listen, I claimed it. It happened. Right? This is what happens when you do what you do. This is what happens when you have brain and heart coherence. This is what happens when you in alignment. I don't discount small wins. Listen, I celebrate all my wins, okay? I don't care how minute or how grand. I'ma celebrate it like it's 1999, okay? A win is a win. Positive vibrations. Remember I said earlier, positive vibrations is the quickest way to attract, to bring them things to you, okay? Y'all better pay attention, somebody. Pay attention, somebody. Yes, we celebrate all wins. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, right? So it's important that we understand that. Stop repeating the stories that you don't want to keep reliving. You still have a vivid, beautiful imagination. The child in you is not deceased. The child in you is not deceased. He or she is alive. You just have to start
feeding it so she or he can grow, because that's where your imagination is housed, in the little girl and the little boy in you. It's okay. We don't have to be grown all the time. We don't have to be, living in this, not to be irresponsible, but we don't always have to be restricted all the time. Children, pure, adulterated children who are haven't been exposed to all the things that us adults have been exposed to, live in the most liberating and free environments mentally. This is why they can just fall and know that somebody is going to be there to catch them. This is why they think Mickey Mouse is real. Minnie Mouse is real. I can't tell you how long I thought Minnie and Mickey was real, baby. I cannot tell you. And I was a whole 20 plus year young individual at Disneyland, popping and locking it with Minnie Mouse. I knew she wasn't real at the time, but you couldn't tell me that I wasn't living out a child just dream and fantasy that I want. Like, I could not wait to get around Minnie Mouse. That was one of the most happiest times in my life, going to Disneyland. And the moment I skipped the whole line. Y'all know how long, if you've been to Disneyland and you waiting to take pictures with the cartoon characters, you know them lines can be long. I was so excited and so in my child spirit and my imaginative spirit. I skipped the whole entire line. Nobody said anything. Only thing I heard was smiles and laughs. And I took so many pictures with Minnie. I mean, we was popping it. We was dropping it. We had so much fun. The child in you, let him, her out. Let him or her imaginate. It's okay not to be the adult. I ain't saying don't be responsible. I'm saying it's okay to have fun. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to have humor. It's okay to dance. It's okay to be off rhythm to the music. It's okay to bounce. It's okay to accept yourself, your unique self. It's okay not to be accepted by people. It's okay. It's okay, my love. Yes, DJ Claude, what's good, love? Be childlike, not childish. I love the way you said that. Be childlike, but not childish. I love that. No, I have to put that on a t-shirt. Not me. I ain't gonna do that. That's your thing, but I'll definitely use it. Curve. Yeah, it's okay. This is where your imagination lives. Let him out. You deserve freedom and liberation. When we speak about brain and heart coherence, when we speak about perception, the perception as a child is limitless. Many children, before they become susceptible to the physical reality of adulthood, bills and friendships and working and paychecks and responsibilities and car notes and insurance, before they become susceptible to this, children's perception of life is grand. It's beautiful. It's free. They don't care. They don't worry about where their food is coming from. All they know is, hey, I'm hungry. They eat. All they know is I'm tired. They sleep. All they know is I'm up, I'm ready. There's the sun. All they know is I want some goodies. They appear. All they know is what they imagine. This is why children who experience abandonment from people they love, right? The people that disappear from their life, they experience such harsh emotions, such devastating emotions, right? Because to a child, right, You going around a corner and disappearing out of their eyesight means you just disappeared out of thin air. You're never coming back to a child. But to an experienced mind, we know that you just went around a corner. You can come back, or you can potentially not. But it's not fantasized is what I mean. This is why children's minds are so impressionable. And according to science, the brain doesn't fully develop until the age of like 25 cycles around the sun. Children's minds are extremely impressionable. Right? So I say all that to say that children's, when you allow yourself to tap back into the essence of your childhood again, man, that's true brain and heart coherence and alignment. And if you bring that practice into your into your higher self, the essence of your higher self, then you're going to attract more you're going to attract more of what you desire, what you want, and who you desire in abundance. When you understand how you operate according to your triune essence, because we are part mental, part physical, and part spiritual. Part mental, part physical, part spiritual. When you understand who you are and operate from your triune essence and learn how to take your attention off of everything in your material and physical world, your brain, your control center, will begin creating new neurological pathways. Remember, we spoke about your transmitters, your thoughts are transmitters and signals. When you start to understand that, taking your mind off of this physical realm, right? Even if you start out with 5 minutes a day, your brain will start creating new neural pathways, new brain signals, new transmitters, i.e., the introduction of new thoughts and new ideas. Hence, your affirmations won't be just vanishing into thin air. They will actually penetrate. You're giving your affirmations, affirmations, things that you actually want, your new mental programming, your new thoughts, you give them a seat to rest and to grow. Energy can only create energy. Energy can only create energy. And if all your energy is being occupied with your past traumas, your past hurts, your past pains, your past thoughts that you did not like, your past experiences, you're not going to have available energy to create the new experiences, hence your new reality, the future that you actually want. Energy needs energy. You need available energy to create, just like you need money in your bank account in order to withdraw from. A lot of you think that you have an abundance of love in your bank. You don't. A lot of us think we have an abundance of patience in our bank, and we don't. A lot of us think we have an abundance of wisdom and intelligence in our bank, and we don't. A lot of us think we have an abundance of opportunities in our bank, and we don't. A lot of us think we have 9, 10, 12 infinite amount of lives like kitty cats in our bank, and we don't. Many of us are bankrupt with these things. You don't have what you need to create. You don't have what you need to draw from. DJ Claw, we are spiritual beings with a consciousness living in a physical body. Thought, feelings, actions. Yes, DJ Claw. I mentioned that earlier.
Your thoughts leads to your feelings leads to your action, your feelings leads to your emotions leads to your actions, and your actions creates your reality, your experiences, right? So a lot of us are bankrupt and we wonder why we drawing blanks. Thank you so much, DJ Claude, for the gifts. Infinite gratitude. We wonder why we drawing blank. And a lot of us are so oblivious. We sitting there arguing with the teller like, I know I got love in my bank. I know I got some patience in my bank. I know I put patience. I just deposited some patience in there. Yeah, you gave it all away because you keep talking about your past. I know I got some empathy in my bank. Yeah, you gave it all away because you still living in your past. I know I got some integrity in my bank. No, you don't, because you gave it all to Smojo and Rebecca that didn't give a damn about you. You empty. You on E. You depleted. Okay? Void. It's coming back void. Y'all cashing out and the checks are coming back void. Return to sender. A lot of your hopes, dreams, aspirations, goals is being returned to sender because you too busy keep repeating your past traumas and mistakes and what you did and what you didn't do and what they did and what they didn't do. That's where all of your energy is. That's where all of your love is. That's where all of your patience is. That's where all of your considerations is. That's where all of your compassion is. That's where all of your unconditional love is. That's where all of your embrace is. That's where all of your boldness is. That's where all of your confidence is. That's where all of your self-esteem is in the past. You got to recall that. This is why facing your shadow and doing the inner work is so powerful, because like I said, you need energy to create. Energy creates energy. You want a new future? You need to start reclaiming and recalling back your energy. Call your energy back. Call your love back. Call your patience back. Call your compassion back. Call your empathy back. Call your wisdom back. Call your intelligence back. Call your health back. Call your optimism back. Call your positive outlook on life back. Call it back. Because energy grows where your attention goes. And if your attention is based upon your past experiences, then you're going to create more of that. And then your future is going to become more predictable. Your predictable past, as Dr. Joe Dispenza say it. Thank you so much for the roses, love. Are we understanding? Are we understanding, right? Are we understanding? Are we understanding? Are we processing? Is it sinking in? Is it sinking in? Dear Goddess, how are you, love? I love that. Is it? Yes, DJ Claw, I see you. It's important. Now, again, I'm not speaking to men and women who don't want to do nothing with their life, who's comfortable being dope heads, dope fiends. Now, that sounds funny, but again, if you wasn't here earlier, what I mean by dope fiends is I mean dopamine fiends. Individuals who knowingly or unknowingly have become so addicted to the dopamine rush and the dopamine hit that they keep getting from consuming unhealthy behaviors, entertaining unhealthy people. Those are addictions. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking to the men, to each his or own. If you want to continually be a dope fiend, baby, go ahead and keep slapping your veins. I'm not talking to those individuals. I'm talking to men and women who finally made the decision that, you know what? I want to master self. I don't want to continually be mastered. There's some areas that I need elevated. There's some levels in life that it's about time that I supersede, that I pass, that I master. I don't want to keep repeating level 5. Week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. I don't want to do that, because meanwhile, our souls and spirits are infinite. They will never die. We're infinite energetic beings, and energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just is, right? Meanwhile, you are an energetic infinite being. This avatar, baby, has an expiration date, has a completion date, and you don't know when it's going to be.
You don't know when it's going to be. Why not fulfill things that you actually want to fulfill? Why not attract the experiences that you actually want to attract? Or are you still delusional thinking tomorrow is just going to come kiss you in the face and welcome you? Men and women every day are not receiving the kiss of breath. They're not. Why keep repeating a cycle and a pattern when you can make a choice to do something different? To start a new pattern, one that's actually beneficial to you, especially if you're one that have people you love, children, etc. We always talk about, I'll die for mine. Well, why don't you love for yours? Okay, how about you do that? How about you master self for yours and then teach them? How about you stop repeating unhealthy behavior patterns so then they can learn healthier behavior patterns and then teach it to their children and their children and teach it to their children, right? And we can have more of an abundance of people who are actually in their right damn minds these days. How about you do that? How about that? Higher level. Ashe, you are definitely talking to me. Ashe. I'm only an expression of you, Ashe. So it's you talking to you. It's me talking to me. Because we are we. Ashe, we are we. We are connected. We are one in many ways, even though we are experiencing individual experiences. Don't get it twisted. We are one. Right? We are definitely one. So understand, right, how you operate and learn how your attention, right? Take your attention. Learn that taking your attention off of this materialistic physical world is going to then allow brain and heart, you to tap into brain and heart coherence, right? Listen, and we already discussed factors, and okay, it's 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm a little over my time, so there's a couple of more slides in this presentation. Like I said, if you found this information interesting, make sure you follow me. If you didn't, make sure that you take time. Okay, take the time to click the link in my bio if I resonate with you, because nothing happens by happenstance, coincidence, or luck. My perception based upon my internal knowing, not only external information and knowing that I've learned. My internal, there's no such thing as coincidence. Every moment that happened in your life is infinitely, divinely purposed and supposed to happen. However, it's your choice. If I resonate with you, if you think I can help you, I can connect with me. You can DM me, and I can see whether or not a service that I offer is going to benefit you. I'm gonna start doing my workshops again every month. I'm going to offer 2 workshops. For the time being, I'm going to do my most requested workshops. These are going to be intense workshops, anywhere from 2 to an hour and a half to 2 hours. The first workshop on the second Sunday of every month is going to be the essence of self-full love. The second workshop is going to be on a third Sunday every month, on attracting what and who you desire. And we're going to break down these steps. It is not done via TikTok. It is done via Zoom. It's hosted via Zoom. That way I don't have to filter some things that I need to say. And it's more personal. And it's more of a coaching mentor group session. You'll get access, personal access to me. I can hear you, see you, even if you don't, decide to not show your face on the screen. You can ask me any questions and I can really help you along your journey. Answer questions and different things like that. I also have ebooks. One of my best ebooks. I actually am a best-selling self-published author, right? And so my first book made bestseller on Amazon. I think that was 3 years ago. I published that. Since then, I've published. I published one more book that's on Amazon.
Mastering Your Divine Femininity. That is actually in a book form. The first one was Recreating Your Reality. That's the one that I became a bestseller on Amazon for like a week straight, which was really, really good. A huge compliment. So I'm an intellectual person. I love writing, love reading. The third book that I wrote, I didn't publish it. I kept in a digital format, which is Attracting What and Who You Desire. That is also available in my link tree. It's for a reason. I stumbled on this live. Ashe Ishwa. User, thank you so much for the follow. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Faith. Yeah, I'm constantly creating. I have like more books in the making. But I'll produce them as I'm led. So the last digital book was Attracting What and Who You Desire. And I've gotten really, really great reviews on it. Actually, a couple of people purchased it, Wednesday or Thursday after I went live. So I've gotten really great reviews for it. So like I said, for those of you who now know me, we family. Okay. We in a whole, love relationship, not romantic, but we're in a whole relationship, right? We are one. I go by Venus the Goddess. That is my business brand name. I am a self-mastery and relationship solutionist. I teach all things self-mastery, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, physically, a little bit financially, because everything is energy, right? Money is energy. Everything is energy. And I have been doing so for 15 plus years. So I'm not new to this, baby. Okay. I'm not new to this at all. I'm real true to this. Okay. I've been teaching. I appreciate you sharing your wisdom with us, Goddess. I have mine. Yes. Faith, you have yours. Yes. Ashe, infinite gratitude for your continued support. And I look forward to seeing you all back here again. So let me see who's in here, because I want to personally give you a shout out. Curve Appeal, thank you so much for your participation. Love you. And thank you so much for gifting me with all of those coins. I appreciate you. DJ Claw, you still in here. Thank you so much. And thank you for gifting me for them coins. I love it. Tronda, thank you so much for participating. Thank you. Love you, fabulous business coach. Hey, love. Shane, hey, Ishwa, you know I like your name now. Kevin, how are you, love? Thank you so much for your participation. Honey Pot, hi, love. Jess, gather your roses, my baby. Rebel, how are you? Hershey, thank you. Faith, thank you. Terrence, thank you. Lovely lady, thank you. User number. Thank you. SB Lash and Sweets. Thank you. Is that Kimberly? Thank you. Juju. Hi, Juju. Thank you so much for joining me. Bernard. Just Ruth. Hey. Thank you so much for joining me. Arabian Queen. I like that. Curtis Fletcher. Thank you so much. And all of those who have, was here, drop by, show some love, drop some hearts. Let me see. Real easy. I don't think you're in a house anymore. But infinite gratitude. Thank you so very much for helping me reach my goal. I thank you so much. Thank you for all those who have used your spirit fingers to tap and show me love, who have shared out the algorithm. We are past, we're almost at 22K likes. Infinite gratitude to you for that. I look forward to seeing you again. Just so you know, before I go, make sure you take a moment to either write down this number or text while you're still on the live with me. Text MOS to 1833-996-3032. Text MOS 1833-996-3032. Pardon me for coughing. My throat is getting a little dry. And join our Masters of Self notification family, right? This is where I send you a text. I won't bombard you with texts. It's not going to be annoying. I don't do that. I send out texts minimum like once a week, maybe twice a week, if that, just to notify you and give you an update on upcoming live classes that I'm doing, that I do every Monday. I am live on TikTok, and I'm going to start streaming live on YouTube every Monday evening and Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We cover topics like, it's always great topics, and it always end up being a really, really good time and informative. So if you want to receive those notifications, join our notification family. Again, text MOS to 1833-996-3032. It stands for Masters of Self. If you are ready to master yourself and you are damn sure ready to stop being mastered either by your lower self. I see the subscription. I see the new family member. Thank you. I don't see your name, but infinite gratitude. Welcome to the notification, to the Moss family. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Hi, love. How are you, D? So yeah, if you're interested in that, just you can text the number, Masters of Self. Oh, that's what I mean. A lot of us, if you're ready to stop, if you're ready to put a pause on attracting more of what and who you don't desire. That's where I was. Thank you. See, one of my affirmations is, my memory recall is improving every day, and I'm let me tell you something. Heart and brain coherence. That is the last thing we spoke about. Recap: heart and brain coherence. I'm telling you, when you are energetically aligned, right, things start happening expeditiously. It doesn't take long periods of time for you to manifest, right, and attract things that you actually want. You can start expediting what you want, who you want, right? If you learn, and this is what I teach in my live workshops, this is what I teach in my trainings, this is what I teach in my free lessons that I give every Monday and Wednesday. This is what I teach, right? But this is not the antidote, right? This is just a little fix, as my friend and my brother relationship gumbo would be. This is not where you learn step by step. This is not where I guide you. This is foundational information. Understand that it's going to require more of you to actually learn the practices of what self-mastery is and then learn what brain coherence is, right? And that's what I teach in these courses. Moss 1833-996-3032. Yes, Curtis. Yes. Ishwa. It's crazy that I caught this live because that's all I've been thinking about is manifesting. Ashe, I see. Welcome to the Moss family. I see the other subscription just came through, the notification. Welcome to the family. I look forward to corresponding with you. I look forward to seeing you in the workshops. Once again, if you're interested in the workshops, you can click the link in my bio. The next workshop, which is the first reintroduction of the workshops, my monthly workshops, is going to be the Essence of Soulful Love. It is going to be the second Sunday. It's going to start at 7 p.m. I believe that's the 10th, September 10th. And registration is only $11 for the workshop. I'm not trying to beat y'all over your head, but it is going to require an investment, right, to work, on a personal level, group coaching level. It's $11, and there's limited seating. So when you get an opportunity, make sure you subscribe. You have to get on the frequency of what you want and stay there. Yes, and that's what I teach, DJ Claw. You're absolutely correct. I thank you for your participation. I respect your wisdom, DJ Claw. If you didn't notice, I listened to your, especially in the lives that we've been in, the conversations. Hi, Crone. How are you, love? So you know what I do that I almost forgot, even though it's getting pretty late. This is what I do. If you have any quick questions, I will answer them for you. Let's do that, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, the live is over and I'm out. The lesson is over. But if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them. How are you, Chrome? If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Thinking back in time when love was only a mind, I realized. What y'all know about Patty Austin and James Ingram? Ain't
ain't no second chance. You got to hold on to romance. Don't let it slide. Come on, don't let this opportunity slide. There's a special kind of magic in the air when you find another heart that needs to share. Baby, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. Come on. And I'm also glad I found you. Need you every day. Let me pause my music real quick. Lady Beloved says, Leonard says, does religion play a part? Religion play a part in many things, especially man-made religion, right? My religion is righteousness, okay? It's infinite love. So dogmatic religion, it definitely plays a part in whether you're going to learn to master self or master your reality. Man-made religion was created to keep you mentally deaf, dumb, and docile and enslaved. I said what I said, and nobody can prove me wrong. Indisputable fact, okay? Truth. When will I find my person? As soon as you get into alignment, as soon as you get into alignment and become your person, that's when you're going to attract your person, Lady Beloved. What do you recommend for your classes for beginners? What order builds the foundation? Foundationally, the class that's coming up, this is why it is one of my most requested class. Foundationally, the essence of self-full love is at the beginning of everything. Until you understand yourself, and this is what I go over in the class. I teach you what a little bit about who you are, remind you about who you are, and show you the importance of self-full love. Because if you don't have self-full love, you're going to be susceptible to someone mastering your reality, your thoughts, your perception, all of those things. So the workshop that I'm going to be doing September 10th, right, the second Sunday at 7 p.m. That's the one that you should start with. You're welcome, love. You're welcome, Lady Beloved. So gather your roses. If you click the link in the bio, you can register. It's a square tab. You can't miss it. And the workshops are only $11, but there's limited seats. But that's a course that can help you, whether you're a beginner or whether you're advanced. A reminder of who you are and a reminder of how important the frequency and vibration of self-love is extremely important. And you attracting what and who you desire. Yes, I look forward to seeing you in a workshop. Any other questions? Yes, love. Cause I can't go back to living without you. Come on, James, come through. Spending every dime to keep you talking on the line. That's how it works. Y'all remember spending all night with your first love? Your puppy love? And all those walks together out in any kind of weather. Just because. Yes, Ishwa. Yes, I look forward to seeing you in the workshop. There's a brand new way of looking at your life. Brand new way of looking at your life. That love is standing by your side. Baby, come to me. Let me put my arms around you. This was meant to be. Let me put my arms around you, sending you virtual hugs. I'm sending all you virtual hugs. Cause I can't go back to living without you. Come on, yes, get back to love. Divine love, unconditional love. Real music when you can feel the vibrations and it gives you, yes, good energy. And I'm also
love you. Listen. Goodness gracious. Come on. Come on. This is what we're all about. This is what we're all about. On that note, mwah. Infinite love, enlightenment. Okay?